Hello everyone, this video is not financial advice. This video is made for entertainment purposes only. Please invest your own money at your own risk. This is just a fun interview and it does not represent any financial advice. It's only our opinion. Hello everyone, here we have Strongman Personal Finance. I'm a big fan of his and Christopher Bell. So, hey, thanks so much for letting me interview you. Honestly, I was a bit bummed when you made the announcement that you were taking a break. I was like, I sat there, I was a bit stunned. But I'm glad you decided to come back, man.
Yeah, I just needed a couple days off because I was doing YouTube videos every day, and that's on top of full-time job, kids, wife,
Exactly.
all that madness. So I needed a couple days off, but now I'm back.
Okay, bro, I like your attitude. You I love your jokes, man. I'm glad that you didn't come back in a different character and you came back with the same character. So first of all, can you tell us a bit about yourself so everyone understands the type of caliber of a person you are? Take a I don't know, maybe 2 3 minutes and just brag about yourself.
Brag about myself. Well, so I am a YouTuber. I have a channel called Strongman Personal Finance. That's not my full-time job, though. My actual money-making enterprise is my full-time job. I work in the accounting industry. I work for a local corporation. I live in Virginia. And, I'm a certified public accountant. I've done taxes before. I did 2 tax seasons. I've worked for the government in accounting. I was in the military for 5 years. I was an infantry officer. Bachelor's, master's in accounting. Basically, I'm a very accounting focused person, as you can tell. But that's pretty much it. I just have a YouTube channel where originally it was there to, expose scammers and stuff like that, and I did that for a while. But I also throw in some, financial statement analysis. And now my channel's kind of in a fluctuation phase. I'm changing. I'm tired of talking about clowns and scammers because it doesn't do anything, and I'm trying to discover my new self, basically. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just a regular dude that does YouTube on the side.
Well, I like it. Honestly, I do. You're trying to adjust to the industry, and it's one of the. But believe it or not, you've had a great impact, a positive impact, in a lot of people's lives, and I'm one of them. I have to thank you for it because 2021, around 2020, when I started checking out, the stock market and stuff, and then I ran into Jeremy's channel, and I lost a lot of money, a ton of money, and I was a newbie, and so believe it or not, when I saw your channel, but I didn't think much of it, and then I remember you making calls about how horrible of a stock pick Jeremy was until he was proven actually wrong, and you were proven right, and it hit me. I need to be careful. And even though and there's a lot of hints that I believe even the new investors can see in those type of YouTubers, and I kind of got a vibe that hold on, does this guy actually knows what he's talking about? But because I really didn't know how to read the financials, and I didn't know how to have or project a 5 to 10 year vision, I really didn't know that's what's to be expected. Um, you know, it's my fault. I pushed the buy button. But I know now you've influenced a lot of people. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah. So the main thing with stock picking in general is that's something that I've never really done. I've been an index fund investor since 2012 when I had my first full-time job. And I never even thought to buy individual stocks. I didn't even know how to buy an individual stock until 2020 when I downloaded Robinhood. But when I came on YouTube, I saw all these dudes talking about individual stocks and how they were going to 10x and 100x and they were going to get rich. And I know just from, reading basic finance, understanding basic finance knowledge, that it's not that easy to beat the market. It's not that easy to 10x or 100x. It's actually really freaking hard to do. And when I came on YouTube, I saw people saying that stuff, and I was like, there's something really weird going on here. So I started exploring these people, people like Jeremy and me, Kevin, and I was looking at some of the stocks they were recommending. And when you look at a company, I mean, I'm not a stock picker. I'm probably just as bad as any other person that picks stocks. But when you look at a company, if you see that they're losing money massively, they're not making money, and they're basically going up because of a hype phase, you got to be careful, because a stock can go up for a long time, and then something happens, and then the stock can plunge massively and annihilate you, especially if that stock has no underlying fundamentals, no underlying profits to keep the stock up. And that's what I noticed with a lot of these YouTubers, is they were like, oh, buy this stock. And then, I look at the financial statements, and they're just losing money hand over fist. And to me, it made no sense. It's like you're investing in a company that just loses money. It makes absolutely no sense. Why are you doing this? But they were seeing the stocks go up, and they thought they were geniuses. But the market always eventually catches on, and eventually returns those stocks to what they're worth.
To reality.
And that happened. I mean, a lot of those companies that Jeremy was pumping went bankrupt.
I saw it. Hey, I saw it, and I could not believe my eyes. It was scary how precise you were, and it was. I saw it from the peak, and in the minute it started dropping, like I saw it. I saw it firsthand, and I've been keeping up with your videos for almost 2 years, and Jeremy's. And I even went to the comment section of some of his videos and said, hey, guy, why are you guys listening to this dude, guys? I mean, he's been wrong this many times, and he's still wrong, and he doesn't admit anything. And so I got a bit frustrated as well, because then they all call me hater, and then and so I did it a couple times. So, but it helped me, because now I'm all for, like, if people ever ask me about stocks, I'm like, look, SPY, VU, VT, VTI, that's all I say. Like, my niece hit me up the other day, and she said, hey man, what stock should I get? SPY, VT. Just don't do individual stocks. Not even Google, even though they're going to dominate the world, because, like you said, it's a hard lesson for many. But, I got to say it. You're the hero, but you're getting punished for being the hero, for calling it like it is. So I kind of want to do this interview. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-part interview, because I want people to realize that you're going to get hate for telling it like it is, and for being right. And you're sticking to your guns, even though I could see that it affected you emotionally and mentally, to the point that you said it got pretty bad, right? The level of hate you were getting?
Yeah, so because for a while, back in 2021, 2022, my thought process was, I'm going to be proven right at some point, and then I think people will start to wake up. And I was proven right on a lot of those crappy stocks that people were buying, and nothing happened. Like, the scammers are still succeeding. They're still getting more and more views. You can only help so many people. And to be able to endure all the hate that you get for calling that crap out, and then you don't really get a tangible reward. I mean, Jeremy's still on YouTube. He's still doing scams. Me, Kevin's still on YouTube. It sucks. It's like, why am I even doing this,
Ah, man. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. I mean, for my end, I can say thanks. From other people's end, whether they're blind and they really don't want to see things for how they are, eventually, I think it might take a bigger rock bottom for them to hit, maybe, to understand. But even then, maybe they won't, because that's what it took for me. And I like to try to be a stand-up guy and give the credit and recognition where it's deserved. And you deserve the credit. and you deserve the recognition. And whoever doesn't want to admit to that, you're welcome to come and comment down below. And I see you always answer all the comments with people that have genuine questions, and you can see the hater comments as well on there. So, what's the new plan now? Because I missed the old strongman, man. I needed those stock mo grifter, and Jeremy LaFay, LaFufu. dude, the nickname got so famous. You can type it in on Google, Jeremy LaFufu. His photo pops up. I'm sorry. Okay, what's the plan now?
It's pretty funny. Like I had fun. Part of me had fun doing that kind of stuff. But going forward, I think I'm still gonna like clown around and have fun. But instead of just making 20,000 videos about Jeremy or 20,000 videos about meat grinder or whatever, I'm just gonna focus more on like talking about ETFs, talking about like looking at financial statements, talking about whatever I want to talk about. Like if I want to talk, I made a video about Social Security recently because I just felt like making one. I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I had any pressure to make a video on Jeremy. So that's kind of where I'm going to go. And, occasionally I'm still going to talk about those guys if they do something really stupid. I'm not totally abandoning it, but it's not going to be the primary focus of my channel, which it has been for the last, 2-3 years.
You have brought, a type of entertainment that honestly, I've never seen it, and that's what also caught my attention. You wouldn't just expose the scammers Coverzilla style, but you would nickname him, and then you would go on like a humorous rant on their scam that honestly you're the only one. I mean, there's Echoes from Above, which is also one of the channels I look up to as well, but he just exposes them, and then your character, bro, is perfect for that.
Yeah, it can be exhausting. It's kind of like a high energy thing where you're like, but it's fun to do. Like that's kind of how my personality is. Like I'm not always like that, obviously, but if I'm like, sometimes I just feel wild and I want to do wild things, and that's kind of how I kind of channel that energy into some of the rants that I did.
Dude,
trust me, I'm not like that all the time. It's exhausting after a couple minutes.
So okay. I want to I'm going to share with you some of my heart-changing moment when I started realizing the grifters that Stockmo and Jeremy and Meet Kevin were. I remember watching this video about Stockmo, and he was trying to go over the AT&T financials. And he was saying, if you ever want to retire, and he mentioned a good portion to take out every year annually is 4%. So you want a good high dividend stock. So let's check out their specs. He opened up the stock, and all he did was he went through the last 6 months of the chart. And this is what you want. It's been trading sideways. You want a good stock that pays high dividend trading sideways. This is what you're looking for. This is a good stock to place all your money if you want to retire. Man, hold on. I was like, hold on. Wait, what? You're not going to go over, their financials and, their income and their revenues. And he didn't go over any of that. And he was practically letting people know AT&T was a great stock to go all in. And, well, not all in, but place your retirement funds in so you can get a nice high dividend. And anyone with some level of degree of, common sense in their brain will go, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I mean? And so that's when I started to catch on. And I started listening to your videos a lot more. And really that's what I'm a SPY, VU, and VT convert.
Yeah, I mean, it takes all the stress and risk because, like, any stock, even the best company in the world, their stock, something can happen to that company and the stock price could go down a lot. Like it's really hard to pick stocks. People think it's easy. It's like, oh, just buy a stock that has fast growing revenue or just makes money. It's like, no, it's not that easy. You're taking on a bunch of extra risk by buying an individual stock.
Yeah.
And when it comes to AT&T, it's like, a stock could have a high dividend, but the stock price could drop faster than the dividend.
Yep.
Like there's all sorts of risks that you should never put a big part of your money into one freaking stock just because it pays a dividend. That's ridiculous. But that's how YouTube is, man. You can just say the most outrageous things and there's no consequences.
Give me 1 second.